I've got Colin Reed as well. He's the International English Language Director at Interweave Solutions, all the way from the US, here in the studio.
Happy to be here.
All right. Then, this one now, I don't know whether we call it a big fish. I don't know what to call him right now. But we've got Dr. Exodus Esuku Ibo, Country Director for Nigeria, the entire Nigeria. Good morning, good afternoon rather, and welcome on board.
Good afternoon, happy to be here.
We're excited to have you. So, just a brief rundown of what Interweave Solutions is all about.
Okay.
Can someone help us out with that? What do you do? What is Interweave Solutions? I mean, just off the top of my head, I'm thinking, what exactly is this company?
Okay, Interweave Solutions is a non-profit organization with headquarters in the US. We have representations in over 80 countries all over the world, and Nigeria is one of those countries that is doing very well in the program. What we do is simply train people, teach them how to fish, and then certify them with our well-recognized Masters of Business in the Street Certification diploma from the US. And then we also go further to train them to become trainers of more people and give them the title Success Ambassadors. So in Nigeria currently we have 62,000 MBS graduates across the country and over 2,000 success ambassadors in Nigeria.
That's amazing. That's absolutely amazing. So let me get this straight. You pick up someone, a random person on the street, you teach them, educate them on what exactly?
We educate them on how to grow and start and grow their businesses,
okay,
how to understand the principles that will make them become more self-reliant.
Regular skills like baking, cooking,
whatever you do,
everyday skills.
Yes, whatever you do, any business, you discover that most persons who actually support the economy or hold the economy are those that are in the informal sector. And so we locate them and train them to have these basic principles that will make them do the business they do more better.
Very interesting. So, I mean, the based on what I have here, the subject matter is on Interweave Solutions Group's cooperative. What exactly is that, first of all? Maybe, yes, we'll have Mr. Jonathan help us. Dr. Jonathan, rather, help us with that.
It's a pleasure to be with you. And I think Exodus was being modest. Nigeria is our biggest country that we work in with Interweave Solutions by far. It's a pleasure to be here. This is my third time to Nigeria.
Oh, and, you're welcome.
This time we get to spend some time here, and then we'll go into southeastern Nigeria this time for this particular trip.
Okay, I see you're going all the way to Rivers, Edo State, Cross River, Bayelsa. Okay, you're very, very welcome to Nigeria. First of all, have you tried our jollof rice?
Of course, I love it. I've had it many times. In fact, we have an office in Abuja, and there's a wonderful place we go to every time.
Okay.
Yeah.
I wonder what Colin thinks about it. What do you think about the rice?
I'm pretty new, so I'm still going to be trying everything out. This is well, Jonathan's been here 3 times. This is my first, so
okay.
I'm typically over any other country that is English speaking outside of Nigeria, so this is my first time
here in Nigeria.
Yes, here in Nigeria.
So far, do you like it?
I've loved it so far.
I feel like it's a gun to your head kind of situation. If you say no, I might beat you up before listening to this. But hey, you are welcome. All right, let's talk about this cooperative. What exactly is it?
Yes, one of the principles we have seen that's worked moving people from poverty to prosperity in self-reliance groups is we teach within a group, and the groups are community members who can come together and learn from one another and employ the skills that they have learned in their Masters of Business in the Street program.
Okay.
And they work together on different opportunities to grow a business together.
Okay, so what exactly is, basically, let's start with the formation of this operation and then the aftermath effect or the impact on the society. What exactly is that?
So we formally apply for an application for a cooperative with the government, with the local government. We typically have at least 25 people in each cooperative. These members of the cooperative then do get some funding, some that they can then employ deploy within their community to create a business. For example, in some areas we've done catfish farms, or we've done chicken operations, or pounded yam, or different operations like that where they can work together, pool their resources, and then because of the size of the operation, they're usually able to get great prices on the product, and then they can resell those products together.
Okay, I hear a lot of, regular agricultural product type of thing. Are you having challenges with inflation right now in the country? Are you having challenges? Are your success ambassadors telling you anything about that?
Well, the inflation in Nigeria is a general thing. I think almost every sector of the economy is having one challenge or the other. So definitely our ambassadors are also facing the same challenges. But the idea is that we as Interweave also have a way we give some support to these groups so they can actually go into the business they are doing. And so far we recognize some very good successes with some groups specializing in the buying and selling of a particular product. It's not only on agricultural products, okay, some can be involved in other service-related programs or products, but the emphasis is on locating the product that is within your area that sells. Okay, so you locate that so you easily buy and sell as a group.
Okay, you talked about 62,000 success ambassadors.
No, MBS graduates.
MBS graduates. Yes. Okay, so if we have that large number of membership of Interweave across the nation, how exactly do you intend to harmonize the formation of this cooperative?
Okay, well, for most of the states in Nigeria, we have state directors who help oversee what the various ambassadors are doing, and then they meet on monthly basis to look at what they have done so far and give reports. So we kind of try to send it or put a structure that brings a kind of checks and balance to see how well they are doing. And so that is how we do it. But aside from that, every cooperative has an ambassador who is the president of that cooperative. So they control that number of 25, like you mentioned. Another one is supposed to be formed. So that is how we divide them into various groups. And you see, this is actually to implement one of our first units of training, which is groups build self-reliance.
Okay, Mr. Colin, why exactly are we even starting the cooperative in the first place?
Well, part of it is, I don't know if you've ever taken a class or a course before, and then you stop the class. What do you do after, right? So most, I guess, courses you'll take, it's like, goodbye, I'll never see you again. But here, we're creating a system where we organize together and we can continue our education and work together as a community to build each other up. So I think one of the beautiful products out of these cooperatives has been a collaborative group working together towards one goal, and that's kind of have your whole community flourish economically. So I think a great example of this is in kind of the southern parts of Nigeria, where I think it's cassava sales. Kind of, so we have a cooperative that is taking they're buying products from individuals in their homes, cassava, and then they're taking it out to the whole market. And they're, as a group, they're kind of pooling their money together, and then also having the money from Interweave Solutions and other financing sources to be able to create something together as a cooperative group. So this is almost like a business as a group, and then they all have businesses they're running themselves as well, but. I think this is really what we wanted to do, is be able to have these groups identify issues in their local areas, because they know how to identify and solve their own issues better than anybody else. So,
definitely.
I think you've actually hit the nail on the head. What makes Interweave Solutions group cooperative society to be different and unique compared to other cooperative societies in Nigeria is that, like I said, It's a system that allows everybody to flourish together. So instead of giving money, turn out not to be successful. Because when you give them 10,000, 50,000, trust the Nigerian situation, they go and marry new wives. Some just go use the money to buy a car. And then the essence of the business is dead. So they come back again looking for money again. Now this time, the Interweave said, no, look, what we're going to do is that we pull our resources together, put it in one pool, come out with a singular project, sell together. Whatever comes out of that product, the profit is shared among everybody. So everybody wants the business to succeed. You can't take it alone. You can't just make it work alone. We are all working together, because if you fail, we fail. But in the other case, nobody's monitoring. You are not accountable to anybody. But in this type of program that Interweave has brought, everybody's accountable to the other person. So you cannot afford to fail. So it's a very, very, very unique thing. So, but for you to be part of this project, you must be a member of the Interweave solution. You must have gone through the MBS program, because it's meant for self-reliant people who are going to be who have gone through the Interweave MBS program, which everybody could go through and attain. So once you are trained and you are a member of the Interweave Solution MBS program, you are eligible to be a part of the cooperative. And of course, the Interweave program also have a program to help people to save. The program has a system of generating income for them at the end of the year. So out of the profit, whatever profit they are going to share to you from what you did together, 30% is still saved for you at the end of the year. So you are compulsively forced to have income at the end of every year.
By force.
So it's a unique program, very, very unique. I think it's the first of its kind in Nigeria.
Interesting. Yeah. This is really interesting to me. So before I even get into funding of the cooperative, let's first of all talk about how to be a part of the MBS in itself, how to take a course in the MBS. How exactly does that work?
It's simple. Though we have a central office here in Nigeria at Novari Central Mall, first floor, ShopRite. You can easily just walk in there and say, hey, I want to take this course.
Come closer to the mic.
All right, sorry. You can easily walk there and say, I want to take the course, and then you'll be given a small registration to do, fill in the form, and we register you online for the course. And then secondly, you can meet any of our ambassadors anywhere, where most of them are doing the trainings in their various locations, even in churches. All right, some pastors actually have centers training people in their church, so you can just walk in there and then just show your intent to train. And the good thing we do is that ambassadors have the right to be able to give out scholarship. All right, this training is valued at over $200, but ambassadors can actually give scholarships, and for you to get to the training without paying little or nothing to get the training. We are looking at how we can be able to sell the knowledge more, even if it's going to cost us selling it almost for free.
All right, so if you've got questions for the guests in the studio, go ahead and call us up 0700 010 961 961 0700 010 961 961. That's the number to call to be a part of the show this afternoon. Apologies, I don't know why my clock is still in the morning, but hey, we'll do the show in the afternoon and in the morning, whether we like it or not. Okay, so let's talk about funding for the cooperative groups. How exactly does that happen?
Okay.
Maybe Dr. Jonathan can help us with that.
Certainly. Yes, we do have some donors based in the United States who have founded Interweave Solutions about 15 years ago, and we have funding from the initial formation of the group. We do have ongoing donors who are watching this cooperative program very closely. They're excited about it, and we are very hopeful that we'll see the success that we've planned. And as these cooperatives roll out successfully and we have a lot of participation, there will be further opportunities for funding and donations that will come to support them.
Okay. Mr. Colling, is there a way that Nigerian government can be a part of this? I mean, is there a way that the government can partner?
Yes, absolutely. We have several examples. I believe in Ekiti State, we have an example where the government has decided to participate in a way of we want our citizens to become self-reliant, and we understand that some of our citizens maybe don't have the means to pay for a course like this. And success ambassadors, though they would love to scholarship everybody they teach, they need to make a living themselves. So how a government entity can help with this is if they can help supplement some of that income for the Success Ambassador, I guess you could say scholarship, for those their participants, their citizens. That's something that Ekiti State has helped with, and several others as well throughout the world. That's one of our goals in different areas.
Okay, so to be a part of the MBS, do you have an office? Do you have an office that someone can walk into to be a part of the MBS?
Sure. We have our office in Novare Central Mall, just behind Wadata Plaza, ShopRite, first floor.
That's Zone 5.
Zone 5.
Okay.
That's the central office, and we also have contacts of state directors that you can as well meet if you are not within Abuja. I also have ambassadors that we can easily refer you to. Once you reach out to us at the central office and we know where you are located, we can always give you contact of who to meet.
Or you can visit
Around
our website. Even the website, you can visit the
website. You can also visit our website.
www.interweave.solutions. Yes, www.interweave.solutions.org/Nigeria. You get to see everything you need to know about Nigerian on the Interweave matter.
Okay, so Interweave is spelled as Inter.
Yes.
WEAVE, because
Yes.
you might miss that with wave,
Solutions.
but it's weave. WEAVE. Okay, so Interweave Solutions. So www.interweavesolutions.org/Nigeria. Okay. So, just to reiterate everything we've talked about today, you see someone or someone indicates interest to learn a skill, whatever the skill is, right? Do you have people who are into tech?
Yeah, sure. We have people who are into tech.
Really?
Yeah, we have people that are into tech. There are some, like we are currently working on a group. They are into technology, so they want to see how the MBS program will further help them develop whatever they are doing. The MBS program is so unique that it can fit into any situation. And aside from that, Interweave also has what we call the counseling in the street, which is also the mental development of any business person. You know, when you want to embark in a business, you need to be stable mentally, all right, to look at the situation around you and see how best to move on with your business. And also you need the skills, the principles that will make you succeed in that business. So these two courses, they almost go hand in hand.
Okay, so you have an individual who has indicated interest in learning. Is the training free?
Good. The training is not outrightly free.
Okay.
Okay, but it is very, very subsidized. All right, and then, like I said before, it's valued for $200. But ambassadors, seeing the people they want to train, most cases can even give them the training on a full scholarship. All right, they don't pay anything. In some cases, we actually get one or two persons who come in and say, "Hey, I have some funds. Can you train this person?" Like what Colin was saying, so the ambassador can at least earn income for the work he's giving out. So it's not outrightly free, but it's very, very subsidized. We've had people being trained and they pay as low as 1,000 naira. And people being trained and they pay as 5,000. Some are being trained free, and manuals are produced for them. Okay, just to see how we can. So it's not the cost that is actually the main thing. The idea is for the principles to go around.
I think I should chip in something here. Interweave solution actually comes to empower Nigerian with a knowledge-based information on how best they can run businesses, and the emphasis is to actually lift up those in the informal economy, which are people in society that people look down upon. Talking about akara seller, talking about the mechanic, talking about the tailor, talking about the artisans. They are being looked down. People don't have regard for them, but they are the people who actually do the work every day in almost every area of the society. Interweave said, "Look, we've come to give you hope. You can be certified too. Oh, you graduate, you are not a graduate. Now Interweave Solution is making you to become a graduate. You go through this program, they give you a certificate we call the MBS, which is Master of Business in the Street. So we are not here on Wednesday. So Master of Business in the Street. So as I talk to you now, there are people who are artisans that have master certificate. You know.
Interesting.
Yeah, so you can be a tomato seller with an MBS certificate.
Okay, so just to reiterate for you listening, maybe you just joined the conversation and you're wondering, okay, who are these individuals talking? Well, I have some guests in the studio from Interweave Solutions, and we've been talking about getting you certified for whatever business it is that you are thinking on embarking on. So go ahead and reach out to Interweave Solutions. You can go to their office at Novare Mall. It's behind Wadata Plaza at ShopRite.
Yes, ShopRite.
Right. So in Zone 5, go ahead and visit their office and ask whatever questions that you've got to ask. Get all the clarifications you need to get to be able to go ahead with whatever business that you're interested in. Do not let education, like the formal education that as we know it in Nigeria, don't let that be the stumbling block to you getting whatever business that you want to get to. So final words before we wrap up the conversation. Colin.
I think one thing I'd love to add is just so we've mentioned the informal economy and kind of what that is. So there's 2 billion people throughout the world approximately inside the informal economy, and what we're really doing is we're taking a look at individuals that maybe have a good skill set of raising, maybe it's crops and agriculture, or maybe it's farm animals, or it's sewing, or whatever it is. You have skills. But there are basic principles that every single business needs, whether it's a radio station or whether it's any business. They need to understand paperwork. They need to understand how to promote their business. They need to understand all of these core principles in business that every business uses, and that's what Interweave Solutions brings to the table. And not only that, but we also have a course called the 3 C's course that helps you find your own content and be able to teach yourself on that. So if you are in agriculture, it helps you learn more about agriculture. It teaches you more about how to legalize your or formalize your business with the government in certain locations. Okay. It's very unique in that way. So that's the last note for me. But I'll let Exodus and Jonathan.
Okay, Jonathan, he's itching to say something.
You bet. Last time I was here, we were recently went to Delta State, and they had a saying there: "We carry weight." And they're not afraid. I don't think the Nigerians at all are afraid of carrying weight. They're hardworking, want to find a way to succeed. We just provide some additional skills and tool sets and resources that help you efficiently get there, efficiently find funding to move your business forward, and we are glad to be here. We love our Nigerian friends.
All right, Exodus.
Okay, there's one unique thing about the whole of what Interweave does. Is to tell some persons that this is the only school you pass through. At the end of the day, the school ends up giving you money to even do the business which you have started. So I want to appeal to Nigerians to take this opportunity very, very seriously. We are not only teaching you how to fish, we also help you to see where to throw the hook so you can actually catch the fish. And with these principles are things that most persons will live to always thank God for. So we welcome everyone, whether you've gone to school, you can speak English or not, you are welcome to take the course.
Okay, an ordinary person would probably want a number to call real quick, so they can ask questions. So do you have a number?
Yeah, sure, they can easily call me directly. Okay. 070-3186-8655.
All right, somebody was trying to probably get a pen to write that down, so let's take it again.
070-3186-8655.
All right, thank you so much, Jonathan and Colin from Interweave Solutions. Thank you so much. And of course, our success ambassador here, someone that wants to take my job from me.
Can I tell you something? I also got a scholarship from Dr. Exodus.
Whoa!
I'm one of his students. I'm a graduate from his
okay, that's really interesting.
Scholarship.
Really interesting. Let me just get to your thoughts on it. I mean, you've been singing the praises, but did you have any challenges, getting into the program?
No, not at all. The only thing is that what I thought I knew, I never knew until I came into Interweave.
Interesting.
Yes, that's the only challenge I had. I was thinking I was intelligent enough, but the basics, the principles they just talk about, which will be enlightening most of Nigerians about as we continue our programs on air over time, is amazing. It's simple, but it's not known. Yeah, we thought the PhD or the master thing we were thinking about, we just speak grammar, we don't know how to do business. I never made profit. My wife, now as I speak to you, is doing business for the first time. My wife is paying my house rent because she's a student of Interweave. She never did that before. So it's working. No, so it's working.
All right. So you've heard from a success ambassador, firsthand, and he says it's working. What's your excuse? Go ahead and give them a call on the number
070-3186-8655.
again.
070-3186-8655.
All right. Dr. Jonathan wants to say something real quick.
I was just going to add the website as well.
Okay, yes, the website.
interweavesolutions.org/Nigeria.
All right. Go ahead and reach out to. We've given you so many platforms. Go ahead and reach out. And if you've got questions, bombard them. They are willing to answer any question you have. Bombard them. They'll answer you. Okay, and take care of you.
I wonder why they did not call in this afternoon.
I have no idea.
Busy with parties or?
Oh, I'm there. Probably. Thank you so much for listening to Voice of the People 96.1 FM. My name is Gesiri. I'm officially handing over to the afternoon belt. They'll be taking you through the world of sports. Trust me, it's going to be really entertaining. Gesiri is my name. Good morning. Good afternoon. Oh my God. Good afternoon and enjoy your weekend.